Hi everyone, Lolly here. Welcome to my channel. Tonight I am finishing up a project I started probably a couple of months ago. And it's an artist trading block. And what I did was take a soda can and run it through the embossing machine. And then I used different alcohol inks on it. And that's what I embellished part of my artist trading block. So here I'm just going to start out. I filmed this in bits and pieces, so I'm going to just put all that together and try to make a cohesive video for you. I have condensed 60 something minutes down to 13 and a half, so hopefully I get everything in here I wanted to show you. So I cut up a Dr. Pepper can, cut it into small enough pieces to run through the embossing of the Cuttlebug. And so here I am putting the inks on it. And I have just limited colors of alcohol inks like this. So that's why I just chose the red, yellow, blue, and green, because that's what I have. So I put the ink on my little glass mat here, and I'm rolling the wood block in the same ink. So we have the same tones and same colors. So I'm just starting to drip. So a couple of these say they are for metal, but I'm using them. I've used them on paper, metal, wood. I like the way when they hit whatever you drip them on, they just kind of explode into this beautiful design. And so here you can see a piece of the aluminum can up close. And the embossing folder I used was different clocks on it, so that's what's on here. So this got a little bit muddy, but you know, it's an experiment for me. It's my first time to do this on these little aluminum sheets, so I should have let things dry, but you know, when you get excited about something you want to just keep going. So I do like how it does come out a little bit muddy in some of the places there, and so then I add the yellow and the blue just to kind of bring the life back to it, and it's not just all brown from all the colors running together. But loved this idea. Was a really fun thing to work through and experiment with, and actually end up doing a project with in the end. So I do have a little short showing how these colors just all ran together and on a little piece of metal like this. So anyway, so now I have painted the block blue and black, and so now I'm just sanding it so that I can bring some of the background color out. And to attach the metal, I did put some modeling paste behind it, but I'm using those furniture tacks, and that's how I've put each of the 4 pieces here on the block. And then I have just these little gold screws that I used as well to just add on the top there, something a little bit different but still metal. And here I'm just adding some color to this little round piece. And then if you put white over the letters that are engraved like that, it'll help the letters stand out so that you can read them. So I cut out a lot of video here that I just experimented with a bunch of different things, trying to decide on what I wanted to embellish with. So I ended up with metal. I had some chipboard pieces and Tim Holtz words and things like that, but I settled on mostly metal. So, and here, going forward here, I'm going to talk and kind of pick this up after I had put it away and show you more about it. All right, so you don't know this, but it's been a long time since I have been working on this. It's an artist trading block. I did do a short on the background. Here is a soda can that I, ran through the embossing, the Cuttlebug, and then I dripped different types of alcohol inks on it to make it different colors. So so that has been a while. So that's what you see here in the background on the block. I don't know if you can see, like, it's an impression of a clock. And so that was just that soda can that I embossed and inked. So I'm almost done. I was not sure what kind of feet to put on it and how I wanted to finish the top. But I think I'm there now and I can get this finished. And so there are other videos that I've made along the way, and I'm going to try to round those all back up, put them into one video that makes sense for you. But in case I don't find all of it, that's what I've done, is just taken an artist trading block, and then I've just used alcohol ink on different metal pieces. Like, these were not all this color. I just dripped. I only have a few colors of alcohol ink, and so I'm just dripping. I have a red and yellow, green and blue. So that's why all these colors are like that. But to this right here in the background is those book corners that you put, like normally we put them on a journal or something like that. And so here we are. So here's the bottoms unfinished. And then we have the top that does have a metal piece up there. If you can tell, it's been embossed here. I just use regular screws here. It is very, I don't know what you call it, industrial, with all its metal and things like that. So that's where we are with it now. And so these are just pieces that I've been playing with along the way. But I think I'm through with all of that. Like, I could glue down something else here. Which I might do that. I wonder if we could fit one on each. Oh, maybe not. So I'll save that for last, so I can go ahead and get the feet and the top on. They'll need time to dry, of course, in between. So be a couple more videos probably all together to get this done and dried. But so I'm just using E6000. It hasn't let me down yet. So I have, I don't know, I'm just layering pieces here. Trying to decide on what I want to have here on the top, and I think this is going to be it. This is an old cabinet knob that I have just dripped the ink on as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing this down. This might need a little bit of the ink, but it also gives it a little break from all that ink. So do that. And this block I bought, it's a larger size. I really like it, from Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have them. I bought a bunch, so I haven't gone back to look. But I like that they're a really big size. And sometimes I just use blocks that I buy at the thrift store or somewhere like that, that are old children's blocks. But I really like these because they're really big. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. I did find the blocks, though, so you can see how big they are. They're so cracked. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, they're pretty good size. So I like using them. But I also, like I said, buy children's blocks, like at the thrift stores and that type of thing, and use those as well. And those are sometimes smaller, just depending on which ones you buy. But they're a lot of fun because then you can stack them. So let me see. One of my very first little sculptures that I made was this lady here with her little key and her little arm over here. I thought I had a little purse hanging here, but anyway, she's made from just little child's blocks. She was my very first one to make like this, like to make a sculpture. And then that's when I started making my dolls. So, but she's so fun. I love her. But that's what she's made from. All right. So I'm going to let this dry. Make sure it's level so it doesn't slide off. Hopefully it has enough on there, and then we'll turn it over and do the feet, and I'll show you eyelets. So I inked these little eyelets as well. They came in this little package like this. So I've inked everything so it looks a little darker. I couldn't tell which ones I wanted to use. So all right, so we're gonna let this dry, and then we'll come back, we'll put on the feet, some finishing touches, and we'll be done with this project. All right. I've put some finishing touches on it, and it's not like completely set overnight dry, but I'm going to go ahead and get this video wrapped up. So with the feet, I ended up using the little eyelets, and I glued them to this base, which will also give me a place for the little signature and the name of the piece, that kind of thing. I'll probably put on the bottom here, like that. So but I like the way it has the little space, and once it's all glued, I'll go in there and pull all those pieces of glue out. But I like how I gave the little the spacing in between there, instead of just trying to sit on those little metal feet. I didn't think they would probably stay. So and here also I raised this up, just used a little was a button, and I just broke the little shanks off the back, and just lifted this a little bit, and then I found a piece here for the knob to sit into, and it's for making necklaces. And so I put the glue in there and set that in there, and then it had 2 holes here because it is for making necklaces, so I just put the little bling on there. So the little clock is still underneath here. And so I'll put pictures at the end, but this is my little project that's been sitting here taking forever. It weighs a lot now that it's got all this metal on it, so it's a pretty sturdy piece now. But I like how it turned out. That's my little piece. I'll put some pictures of it so you can see the whole thing. So you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video. In the next video, we're making a little book out of tin can lids. So I already had made one before, and I do have a video somewhere on that, but that's what we're going to do in the next video. All right, again, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.